Watch the first 3 episodes. That's a thing we've all heard, right? They say if you're gonna give a show a chance, you should watch the first 3 episodes before you decide how you feel about it. I actually fully support this concept. After all, the first episode or 2 of a show usually needs to establish the world, plot, and characters to us. And while some establishment can be fun, it won't really be a good example about what the overall tone for the show as a whole will be. By that 3rd episode, we usually have a pretty solid idea on how the show and characters are going to be like. So from there, we can decide if this is a show we'll want to keep watching or give up on. So let's put that to the test, shall we? Follow along with me on this new adventure. I wanted to watch the first 3 episodes of a show I've never seen before, and judge them to see if I'd be hooked by the 3rd episode. I let my patrons vote for this first show we're watching, and they decided on Hunter x Hunter. Hunter Hunter? Well, let's not waste any more time and let's dive into 3rd time's a charm. So before I even watch any episode, I'm going to sit down and explain what I know about Hunter Hunter. I know there's this kid who looks like the 90s version of Deku. There's a white-haired kid who looks like the show's equivalent of Gaara, if I'm gonna guess. And then there's this guy who looks way too old to be hanging out with a couple of 10-year-olds. And they're training to be hunters? I don't know what they're hunting. I'm guessing monsters, like monster hunters. That'd be fun. And I know that apparently at some point in time the story gets like really serious or sad or something like that. I don't know though. Oh, I also know this show has like 1 billion episodes, which has honestly been the biggest deterrent for me when it comes to actually watching the show. And that's it. I don't know anyone's names. I don't know what the plot is. I think these 3 people are on a team together or something. Well, let's see what the actual show is all about. So there's this quick thing that explains a little bit of world building. There are monsters in the show, and magic and uncharted lands.
Hunters.
Alright, this is gonna be exciting. I'm ready for it. Let's go. We get introduced to this kid, Gon, who's doing the most intense fishing minigame I've ever seen. Oh god, my eyes! Oh god, why so bright? So since he caught this big fish thing, it means he's won a deal with his aunt to start training as a hunter, just like his dad did before him. Though on the topic of dad, it looks like Gon's aunt isn't too thrilled with this turn of events, since Gon's dad abandoned him as a baby to go out and be a hunter. Are you serious? What a jerk!
Yeah, isn't that amazing? Huh? It must be an awesome job if it was worth leaving his kid.
No, not at all. That is the wrong mindset to have. You think it's totally fine to ditch your kid when they're just a baby? What are you, Raven? Yo, the music and the designs of everything is just giving me hardcore Tales of Legendia vibes, and I'm all for it. This is amazing. Alrighty, we're on a boat. It's gonna be smooth sailing from here.
My name's Gon!
I am called Kurapika.
The name is Leorio.
Oh god, I'm definitely gonna end up saying those wrong.
Look, get with the program. It's us versus him, and I'm not telling him why I'm here.
Oh my god, it's Matthew Mercer. So we find out that Gon wants to be a hunter to find his dad, Leorio is just in it for the money, and Kurapika wants to be a hunter so he
has the authority to murder a bunch of people out of bloodthirsty revenge.
So you know the usual. Side note, I definitely thought Kurapika was a girl, but with the cat-like eyelashes and the fact their voice actress is not really doing a boy voice at all.
That is the stupidest question I have ever heard, Leorio.
After a little spat, Leorio and Kurapika try to fight each other. Before that can happen though, a sailor gets tossed overboard by the storm. The two try to save him, but miss. Fortunately, Gon jumped overboard himself to help the sailor, and with all 3 working together, they were able to save the day. This is where episode 1 ends, and it's not bad. A little slow for sure, but the style of this world is really intriguing. Though I have to admit, at this point at least, Gon is the most boring, basic, bland-ass character in the whole thing. Literally every single other character that's been on screen has been vastly more entertaining and interesting than Gon. It makes me a little concerned that he's going to be our main character if he's gonna stay this bland. Like, I know it's a common thing with shonen protagonists that they're energetic, determined, overpowered, always does the right thing, and just oozes positivity. However, even other characters who have these traits like Goku, Naruto, Luffy have depth to their characters. Gon hasn't really shown much of that so far. It's definitely an odd choice to spend so much of our first episode developing every character except for the main protagonist. Episode 2 starts and our heroes get a tip to head to a big-ass tree. One thing I do like here is the fact that they don't all instantly agree with each other yet. Hell, I'm not even sure if they're going to be all teammates in the end or not.
Time for the exciting multiple choice quiz!
Fuck, I'm excited. Turns out this shifty-looking dude was following our heroes, and he takes the quiz first. His question is,
A group of evil villains have kidnapped your mother and your true love, and you can only save one of them. Which do you save and which of them die?
fucking, I was not prepared for a Judgment Boy type of situation.
I am Judgment Boy!
Kurapika figures out the trick to the quiz. There is no right answer, so if they just don't give one, then they can pass the test. I like how this hunter exam hasn't only been about combat or strength. Your wits are just as important. Though, like I was saying, I wish Gon had more input in this whole conflict. Kurapika solves the quiz, and Leorio lashes out when he thinks the quiz is going to punish them, despite how unethical its question is. Gon? Well, he's not even in the frame most of the time. And when we do finally cut back to him, he's apparently just been ignoring everything everyone has said and was still trying to think of an answer. Like, I get it, he's a pure, innocent soul and whatever, but could he contribute a little? At least be a good conversationalist with the other two? Like, we've seen he has skills so far. He can understand the seagulls, so he could tell the storm was coming. He knew the town wasn't empty. But having neat abilities is not what makes a character interesting. So they make it to the house next to the tree and holy shit, is it happening? Are we gonna see some fighting? Quick, after that Digimon! Well, looks like the action isn't exactly what I expected. Leorio stays behind to treat this dude's wounds, and then while the other two chase the monster down, Gon only landed one hit on it before Kurapika could save this woman. The show keeps threatening to deliver a fight between the characters, but the fact we still haven't really gotten anything so far has me feeling impatient. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs, the man and the woman, are also monsters. So Gon's weapon is his fishing rod? Interesting choice, I'll admit. Turns out the monsters we were chasing are also good guys, and part of the hunter exam. Kurapika passed thanks to his knowledge and keen eye. Leorio passed thanks to his great wound dressing and empathy. I'll be 100% honest, I would not have guessed he was gonna be the medic of the team.
And finally, Mr. Gon, your superhuman physical ability and your powers of observation defy logic.
Ugh, I get it. There's something up with Gon. He's far too observant to be a normal 12-year-old. Like I said, just because a character has a bunch of abilities, that doesn't make them interesting. I got to see Kurapika's thought process and understand the wit he used in real time. I've seen Leorio's compassion from before. For both of them, they've displayed wide ranges of emotions and thoughts and different character traits. Anger, embarrassment, joy, relief. Gon? Meh. He's mostly just been generically happy this whole time. He's a bore, and I really don't want him to be. I can see how the other two are really unique characters, even by only episode 2. I want the same for our title character. This is the end of episode 2, and I'll be honest, I'm hesitant here. It's been neat, but there's some major red flags popping up. Gon's bland personality is definitely a turnoff, but there's more to it than that. The fact that the action has been subpar so far is also a letdown. There's been a chase, and that's about it. Now, I don't expect every episode to have like mega huge death battles, but I don't know, I just want to see a real fight with a real monster or something. More action than just Leorio swinging a stick. Episode 3, and we have made it to a bustling city where the exam is taking place. That's right, all this time, and our boys still haven't actually passed the exam. Hell, they haven't even actually started it yet. While they're waiting in an elevator, the three discuss the odds of actually passing the exam, and it's looking pretty steep.
I hope that next year I can help you again.
That bastard thinks he'll see us again next year because he expects us to fail.
What do you think the odds are all three of our boys actually end up passing the exam here? Because I've been watching the opening and I'm pretty sure they're gonna be just fine. The scene is fun though. They're finally going into detail about what all a hunter does and what you get for being a hunter. As much fun as it is to watch the boys chasing down baddies and saving sailors from drowning, having just a regular conversation between them is probably the best way to flesh them out more. So we were all just chilling out, having a good time, when then this clown-looking motherfucker just turned a dude's arms into flowers.
You should be more careful. And do apologize if you bump into someone.
Oh my god, it's Keith Silverstein! The boys meet this dude named Tonpa, who seems to be a friendly face amongst the crowd. But secretly, it seems he might just be bad news for them. He tries to slip them extreme laxatives. Interesting choice. But even though they're odorless and tasteless, Gon still realizes the drinks are bad.
I think this juice might have gone bad, Mr. Tompa.
Alright, so I'm just gonna say it. Gon feels like a Mary Sue. He does everything perfectly. He has extreme abilities that everyone spends a bunch of time fawning over how incredible he is. Ew, he defies logic. Superhuman abilities. Everyone likes him, never does anything wrong, is always the nicest person in the room. Yeah, this feels like a textbook definition for a Mary Sue.
Hey, Mr. Tompa! Huh? That juice was great! Got any more?
Hey, it's him! Finally! This is the only other character I knew anything about going into this. I'm surprised it took him so long to pop up.
I apologize for the delay. Thank you for waiting.
That man doesn't fucking have a mouth. Yo, he's giving me the creeps. Is he a robot or something? What is the technology of this world? We have half the people walking around like it's like medieval times, and then there's just a kid with a skateboard. Like, anything could happen. The first phase of the Hunter exam finally begins. The test is to keep up with Mr. Creepy No Mouth as he leads them to the next phase. Though Kurapika realizes this will be more than just a physical test. It's also about testing their mental endurance as well. The trip here has been dangerous enough. What sort of threats and puzzles face our heroes on the actual exam? And that's where episode 3 ends. Episode 3 felt painfully too short. It was mostly getting quick glimpses of candidates for the exam. But what are my thoughts overall for these 3 episodes? Would I keep watching? Yes. While I do have some gripes with the pacing, the amount of action so far, and with Gon's character development, it does seem fun. The fun of the show definitely seems to be finding out what the next leg of their exam is, and watching our heroes find the answers to the puzzles and challenges that lie in front of them. And while Gon is terribly dull, at the very least, the other characters around him are interesting. I could see how, if someone else had the idea for a show like this, we would have skipped over the exam within the first couple of episodes, and I'm glad that's not the case here. This is a very different pace and challenge than what most anime action shows are doing. The style of the world of Hunter x Hunter is hard to predict, and the characters are off the wall as well. It's incredibly intriguing. That intrigue is the biggest hook for the show. It could literally do anything or go anywhere at this point. And the only way to find out what limitless potential it'll reach is to keep watching. So, yes, I would be willing to keep watching Hunter x Hunter. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you had fun with it. Shout out to my $10 patrons. You're all amazing. Nako, James Dodds, Cool Duck, Andrew, Raymeal, Valhalla Knight, Chamomile, G Extreme, Classy Critic, Surge, Mordred Pendragon, Boulder Off Bros, Great Bar, Caleb Grimm, Pentamenta, Genital War Thunder, Carmen, Order, Jake, Storm, Amber, Lolith, Livid Aries, Matt Frost, Hype Man, and Luno the Evoker. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had fun. I sure had fun. Let me know if this is a series you want me to keep doing, where I'll watch the first 3 episodes of different things. You can leave suggestions in the comments below, and remember, patrons will probably get to vote on these things in the future. As for Hunter x Hunter, let me know, is it Hunter x Hunter, or is it Hunter x Hunter? I'm pretty sure it's Hunter x Hunter. Leave your thoughts and opinions about Hunter x Hunter and the first 3 episodes, or beyond that, in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.